Phoenix, this is their best play so far. And if EVOS Phoenix can continue to do this, I think they will be one of the best contenders for tomorrow. But can you imagine, if EVOS Phoenix is capable of all of this, what is Nigma Galaxy going to do in our grand finals tomorrow?
Yeah, we're looking at one of the strongest regions in Free Fire, and that is all going to come down to this one final map, all the way to Alpine. And by the end of this, we will find out who the top 4 teams are to advance to the finals tomorrow. Can you believe it? This is... I'm not ready for this.
I am not ready at all. LGDS is ready though. They want to get this sorted out quick and easy. But they're going in straight up for that high tier loot zone. I love the confidence.
Yeah, there's nothing there to lose. And luckily for them, no team is going to contest them for it. But my eyes are on Expand and Infinity VX. They have shared the same draw spot last time, but this time Infinity VX, they let Expand take it. But they're sharing very close proximity with a lot of different teams. RQ Kazu somehow has Razor in the mix.
I have no idea exactly what we are going to see Razor do here. He flies away super far from the rest of his team members. Maybe on the other hand, he drops on the opposite side of Expand. Axel has got his eyes on him. And all over the map, RRQ, they are just going to play purely for placement points in this game based on their setup.
Yeah, and I think for Expand, it's going to be a bit more easy for them to find those rooms, right? RRQ, they navigate it away and Expand. Just like the few rounds that we've seen previously, they get a lot of space to get their resources up. And that has kind of what helped Expand to play into that late game. But I say that maybe has already found his first victim and Axel is down.
Axel's down, and that's just a little disappointing from Expand because they should have had the advantage against maybe an RRQ spread out thin, but they can still get the job done. But the one good thing about Forest Red is you do have that revival platform there, so you don't need to use your coins. Worst case scenario, if someone else does come to disrupt your revival, there is a vending machine that you can purchase your player back as long as you've got the coin on you. Magic Squad, on the other hand, they are quite safe at Stadium, and they might be able to feast on the players of LGDS as they rotate out of their own spot.
And just something that might sound counterintuitive for Expand. The 2 rounds that they got Booyah, the 2 rounds that they did incredibly well, was because they took initiative. They were taking fights. They were challenging even the strongest teams on the map. And you look at the rounds that they played safe, it didn't really work out for them. They even got one round where they ended in last place. So the question is Expand willing to take that step?
Confidence is key, right? This is a very capable squad that might not have 100% belief in what they can actually get done out there on the battlefield. And that's just a little bit sad. But Axel has been brought right back into the mix. It is as if nothing happened. He still does have a lot of time here to loot up before they once again meet the players of RRQ. Kazu, who did manage to get that first elimination. Maybe now, keeping an eye on Too Fast, might be able to go in here for the strike once again and single-handedly forcing the players of Expand to scramble around. But look at RRQ. They're slowly encircling Forest Red. They want to take this fight against Expand.
Axel just snuffed maybe out. That was Razor's partner. So if they can get Razor, this is going to be great news for Expand. They've gotten that kill early, that elimination early on, and Razor might be forced out. The grenade is going to be tossed as well. Well done by Too Fast. 2 free points for the Expand.
Yep, forcing the players of RRQ to continuously revive their players. Yes, he is going to see Razor brought back into the mix once again, but it doesn't matter. 2 elimination points, better than none. And now they lead the elimination points on the overall leaderboard for this lobby.
And just minor sighs of relief for the Expand supporters. I know the whole Malaysia is probably awake right now, right? We are like what, almost 3 a.m. At Malaysian time, but we saw how crazy the fans were. Expand, kind of regarded as the team even better than the major winners, AB Radicals, which will be playing tomorrow. So there's a lot of hopes, a lot of pressure out there. But Expand handling it so well thus far. Same can be said for EVOS Phoenix. They had a abysmal round 1 and 2, but the recovery has been phenomenal for this squad.
If we do see Expand in the grand finals, there'll be 2 teams from MCPS. And I think that would be a record setter for the region as a whole. LGDS slowly circling around Naguara Faku. Is he going to get caught out here? Bruce should be the first one to spot him, but the positioning by Faku continuously making sure that there's a little bit of cover behind him, buying him more time so that he can rotate in for a safer spot. Fantastic maneuvering. And Team Flash, on the other hand, they are going to be able to catch Cobra with his pants down. Yan Bin manages to take him down with the Mag 7, and that's the first strike. Once again, Expand pressured.
Yeah, this is going to be crunch time for Expand. They have not much room to work with. They can't really run too far. They have to take this fight against Team Flash, and with a numbers disadvantage as well. The toughest challenge for Expand begins from this moment.
Let's see how they deal with this pressure. Brian, everybody's gathering up beside each other. A couple of good nades.
Nice
Might
one.
be able to do the job, but too fast. Finds Shin. That's a good knock. But look at the maze of glue walls being erected here by Team Flash just to barricade themselves in. I don't know if that's the smartest of idea, but Shin's right back up on his feet, so that has worked out for them just to slow down the pressure from Team Expand. Axel holding on to the AWM. He's got that information. Bio with the right-hand side flank can punish Roy. AC-80, but here comes Infinity VX as well, potentially to ruin the chances of Expand.
They need time to capture that revival point, to get their member back, to get Cobra back into the fray. So they need to buy some time, but it has been interrupted. Team Flash knows what's up. They stopped the plan from Expand, but the good news for Expand is that they did trade one member back. They took down Shin, so it's a 3 versus 3. But if you look at they're conceding control of the revival point, Expand deciding to take that back seat, but they're getting chased down by members of Team Flash. Roy snuffed out from this building, and Bio gets the second kill.
Mac 10, rate of fire, supreme, CQC, you are going to be able to get that advantage unless, of course, you meet that Mac 7 and the accuracy of any of those players might be able to get the job done against the Mac 10. But as suspected, Infinity wants a piece of this action as well. They rush on in with 2 players, but 2 others holding on the back flank. If things do go south for Infinity VX, they do have that second chance around. And Team Flash, this might just be the disturbance they were not expecting, but could it be the saving move for Expand here with the appearance of Infinity?
Definitely seems like it. Expand are already out of this area, but they need to find a way to bring the other 2 teammates back. Team Flash very much occupied by Infinity VX, and this is also a hotspot for Infinity VX in round number 4. The fact that they arrived late definitely caught Team Flash off guard, but now Team Flash will have to take over that responsibility of keeping this area alive. Shin, though, gets down by Nectas.
These 2 teams have got no choice, no chance at all to make it into the top 4. But Infinity VX is playing for a little bit of money here. You're talking about a $10,000 bonus if they can slip on in to that 7th spot. Guess who's in the 7th spot? It's Team Flash. So if they get this, it's bonus time for Infinity.
Yeah, this is definitely an important moment, right? Whether they are thinking about it or not, Team Flash have been constantly reviving their members every single time. And Expand took one down, they revived them instantly. Same you could say for what Infinity VX is doing right now, but Infinity VX have controlled a half of the building. They've gotten Team Flash boxed in. But do they know that Team Flash are on that ground floor right now? They're conceding the 2nd floor.
Slowly but surely, Infinity circle around. That high ground advantage might just give them the best. Team Flash still trying to play possum. But look at this. It's Gatel. He's got that flank already. He's got a great position. Can he strike them down? It's all about the timing. And it is going to be Hachi as he backs away. Abdul, what a turnaround, 180 shot. And that headshot immediately knocks Brian down to the ground.
And this might be just the last drive for Team Flash. A swan song that would not play out well unless Yan Bin can keep it alive. The wonder kid of Team Flash, the MVP rookie of the local league in 2022. Team Flash still staying alive, but Naguara on the other end, they are also closing in on this area.
Yeah, Harachi taken down by Naguara. Naguara wants a piece of this action. Everybody's third-partying each other, but Expand is long gone. 9 teams still surviving out there on the battlefield. It's not over just yet for any one of them. But Naguara, they want to take advantage. Abdu, one of the game changers in the competition on the side of Infinity, but it's just a pixel peep here from Bran. A double shot out of this AC-80 could prove to be lethal.
And you can see Abdul, he's playing so far away, and if he gets sniped, Infinity VX will be put in such a disadvantaged spot. But Team Flash, they are down to the 3 members, so it's technically a 3 versus 3 in this building. Bio just pelting the members of INF with bullets from outside the compound, and INF seeking shelter on the 2nd floor.
Yeah, Infinity backs away. The grenades out of Shin, though, can get the damage
Another
done.
revive.
Yanbin buys Brian right back in. Thank goodness there are vending machines in the game. Revival point not needed at all, but you gotta conserve those coins for a rainy day. It doesn't matter. 3 revives. Team Flash wants to hang on for their dear lives. They don't want to let go of this extra 10,000 USD that they've got in their hands already. Infinity right outside, barricaded in. It is the one and only Garthel. Can Garthel respawn? Answers no. The sight comes out. BO gets the melee.
Right into the meat grinder. Team Flash. Shin, great nade. Bringing both of the members from INF on that roof low, and now it allows Naguara to finally chip in. Brand taking Abdul down as well. I think this is probably going to put a stop to INF's attempt in winning these fights, but they are not out of the equation just yet. There is still one lone survivor that can keep INF in this round.
Keeping an eye on the situation, the LATAM squad of Naguara. Yakol from afar has got that woodpecker, manages to get a couple of tags in. Faku right behind him. Bran just waiting for the signal before they all rush on in, but they don't really have a good flanking position. Yes, they've split off into a 2-2 positioning out there on the battlefield of Forest Red, but it's just open ground, so even if they do try to flank around, Team Flash might be able to turn the table on them, and Naguara understands this. They understand Alpine like the back of their hands, and therefore they go in for the flank as a squad, focusing on the circle instead of Team Flash. Team Flash uses the opportunity to back away slowly as well, looking for that circle to meet Naguara later. But here comes Hotshot out of nowhere. Naguara in a lot of trouble in a moment.
It's going to be a bit tough. Sajid, he's brought down pretty low. Hotshot Esports running straight into a battlefield. There are still spots that they can hide behind, but you can see that Team Flash have the high ground. Naguara has the high ground. Hotshot, they can't cut through these two teams by basically, but they can dodge these two teams, but they will put themselves out in the open. It's very dangerous because Naguara has eyes on the open fields.
You can't avoid this fight unless you are Team Flash. Team Flash still has an opportunity to run away, but it looks like they're going in for the fight. They want to force this against Naguara. They don't know who they're going up against. They take Maxi. Brand gets tagged up. There is a grenade launcher in the hands of Naguara. Yanbin going to be in a lot of trouble. One pop from Brand can be the difference maker. Glue wall melter comes through, and he now knows he needs to deal with a grenade launcher. Backs away. Yanbin still gets tagged up. Faku strikes from the back that grows as lethal.
This is going to be crucial for Naguara. If they go down to Team Flash, suddenly we might see the leaderboard get shaken up a bit. So Naguara, they're falling back. Hasu also got the tag onto Yako and actually eliminated him from this match. And I don't think Naguara has any time to buy any of their members back. On the other side, Magic Squad just lost GU to LGDS.
LGDS still stepping on up. Bruce takes Bruce out of the equation. A little unfortunate the moment we talk about them, but it's okay. We're going to stop talking about them for the time being. Team Flash, high ground advantage. Hotshot right in front. Manages to tag the player up on the roof. BO taking that CQC with the AC-80. This guy is nuts. Max 7 in hand. That's what we're talking about. Now, this shotgun can get the damage done. Anas from up top. AWM in hand. Yanbin just needs to peek out, but that AC-80 double shot needs a little bit of time before it can get those accurate shots in. Anas already with the pre-aim. Time turner pulled out by Yanbin. That's the survivor for him. Gets out of the way. Anas doesn't get the shot.
Yanbin has survived for so long. How is he doing it? Shin is going into the close quarter combat. This is crucial. I've talked about this many times. It's crucial for Team Flash, but they've done so well. They're not getting kills, but they're surviving. And that's what matters for Team Flash right now. Hotshot Esports, what have you got left in the tank? In contact with Shin, and misses the grenade launcher. Free kill for Sajid.
Free kill through the charge buster, but Sajid now goes down. All thanks to BO, who manages to fight Sika as well. Sika down on the ground. Hasu circles around. Anas goes down. That's unfortunate. And now Team Hotshot, earlier they did manage to pick up the booyah for themselves, but it's all in the hands of Hasu. Can he turn things around? 4 grenades. If he gets the pop, it can be the difference maker, but he goes in for the glue wall melter instead. That's not going to do him much favors at all.
The hope of Pakistan rests on the shoulders of Hasu, and this is a very tall task. It's 1 against 3, and he's trapped in this building. They hear his footsteps. Can he find the isolated fight? There is always a chance. Hasu starts off with 1, but that is it. Yanbin keeps it alive. The prodigy of Team Flash keeps this team in the running.
That cost Team Flash way too much, but 9 elimination points is going to keep them very happy. They're looking for Hotshot spot as well, but that's not going to be able to earn them any bit of extra in the overall grand scheme of things. Magic Squad driving straight on into Expand. Bobs manages to pop Axel as well. Has the grenade launcher. Damage has been done. Axel's going to get picked up here, but look at Italo circling around. That left-hand side flank is going to be able to do that damage, and Arch is just right behind him. Too fast doesn't spot him just with a pistol. stole. He takes him down.
Cobra needs to save his team right now. Gotta stabilize the situation, and he's bringing Too Fast back up. Expand are still in the game. There's still a chance. Bobs is knocked down. Expand 6 eliminations so far. EXO finds Bobs again.
Oh!
Expand stays alive.
Expand stays alive and they take Magic Squad out. Pixie Dust all run out already. MCPS supremacy towards the final circle maybe. Are we gonna see a triple booyah? We still need to wait and see. Axel running out of time. They can't buy the Machamp back, and this is just unfortunate for them. 3 survivors in. They move on straight. Naguara, the next checkpoint, and you know they're heading straight towards Naguara. That vending machine is gonna be the saving grace to grant them Axel's life right back.
This is the most poetic final phase. All the top teams are here. And Expand, they need to get to
And
one of them
LGDS.
to make it to top 4. And LGDS being kind of the tiebreaker, being kind of the neutralizer right there. But Axel, bar right back. Expand, full squad once more.
Money, money, baby. It does run the world sometimes. Axel, you can't buy happiness with that money, but you can buy your team members back in a game of Free Fire. Legolas with the AC-80, double barrel in hand as well. Needs to circle around. RRQ Kazu, but from up top, that bird's eye view.
Axel
Look at
sees
Axel.
everything.
Flies right back in. He sees Maxi right on top, but he doesn't land. But the grenade from the side of X-Roy can take Maxi out of the equation for another elimination point.
They have to get rid of LGDS. LGDS can play spoilers. God Cruise helps them out by taking down Yuan, and Cobra also secures the second one. 9 eliminations so far for Expand. They're really getting their numbers in. Cobra charges straight into Razor, gets the knockdown, traded back. Evo's Phoenix now will join the fight.
Yep, Evo's Phoenix from the back, but too fast. He's got the grenade launcher. That's going to be the difference maker in the final circle. Can they pick him right back up? Cobra and X-Roy out of the equation. Expand gets expanded down in the 4th spot. Is that going to be enough? As Naguara loses out in the 3rd spot as well. RRQ out, and it is Evo's Phoenix dominating the play-in.
The trifecta, the holy trinity, the hat trick, whatever you call it, Evo's Phoenix. They started 2 rounds behind with nothing, and within 6 rounds, they backed 3 booyahs. And if this doesn't tell you that they won a World Series before, I don't know what does.
Oh my lord, this is one of the greatest comebacks and living true to their title. This is the undying Evo's Phoenix. Home ground advantage not needed, sir. First 2 games, not needed, sir. We will be able to deliver no matter what the circumstance. And Evo's Phoenix moves all the way through into the grand finals. But what a tense moment, as we have no idea who the guaranteed top 4 are, Husky.
And with that being said, we're going to take a look at the highlights and how Evo's Phoenix got that 3rd booyah. For Expand, they've gotten that kill early, that elimination early on, and Ray.
What a close matchup for the final one. RRQ were in the 4th place, Expand in the 5th. They were trying to catch up, but they bombed out a couple of seconds before RRQ. They did have more eliminations, but the placement points will play its role.
Yeah, I think it really came out to the wire, right? We talked about how the teams that Expand needed to get through are literally the top 4 lords of the play-ins.
Yep.
They got rid of Magic Squad, but RRQ has been a thorn in their side, and it had to come down to the numbers. And honestly, I don't know who's going to make it through. It's going to be a heartbreak for one of the expected teams that's going to make it into the finals.
I mean, either way, it was a phenomenal play-ins, and you know, no team out there can't complain. They all tried their best, including LGDS. It's just a little unfortunate for them. Lady Luck just went on their side multiple times. They got hot drop multiple times. They just got caught out as they were trying to rotate around. They just couldn't keep up with their firepower against some of these other teams. But up top on the leaderboard, it was just way too close. Match standings might be able to show us exactly how this story might end.
And Expand got 17 points, the most kills, putting them in first place. And Evo's Phoenix, even though with the Booyah, they didn't get much kills, 16 points. Not that it matters though, Evo's Phoenix have already guaranteed their spot. You can say the same for Magic Squad and Naguara Esports. Both didn't do as well as we expected them to, but they had leeway, they had room to breathe.
Naguara down here at the 12th spot. Infinity VX, unfortunately for them, they only managed to pick up 7 from here. And we were all looking forward to Hotshot Esports popping off once again on Alpine. This was the team that could have made the impossible run and sneak on into the top 4, but it required them to pick up a massive round of eliminations plus the Booyah to be able to do that. So this clearly means the Pakistanis do not get on through, but I am so impressed with what they have been able to do at the Plains, and I want to see them on this stage once again.
Yeah, me too. I think Pakistan, as a region, as a Free Fire league, Free Fire community alone has been amazing. These will be the overall standing, and we have found our top 4 team that qualifies. Magic Squad from Brazil, Evo's Phoenix from Thailand, Naguara Esports from the region of Latam, and finally RRQ Kazu from Indonesia. Expand just falling a bit short.
Yeah, 2 points away, but look at Magic Squad, man. Pixie Dust did not run out. They bombed out with 5 points and they still hold on to the number 1 spot. Talk about some crazy magic in play here. The Wizards get it done. Hotshot Esports down at the 6th place with 73 points. Team Flash down at the 7th spot with 70. And of course, the consolation prize for Infinity VX as well as LGDS, who do have that 8th and 9th spot with 55 and 37 each.
Yeah, and you can hear Naguara Esports being absolutely thrilled that they qualified for the finals.
Yeah.
But in any competition, there's going to be winners, there's going to be losers, and I know Expand didn't make it, but this is their first debut, and it's one of the most impressive debuts. They broke the curse, they showed us what the region is capable of.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. I mean, in the past, Malaysia, whenever they drop on into the plains, they've only managed to pick away the 9th spot. But let's look at the MVP here. God Cruz, 2 eliminations, ecstatic once again. Groza in hand this time around. The guy blazed it on through, and I have no idea how did the Undying Phoenix squad make it through after starting off super bad today at the plains.
This was a team that only took 6 rounds to qualify for the finals. Not 8, but 6. They gave 2 away in the beginning, and that really tells you that these are world champion quality, right? They were champion once, they were 2nd place once.
Yep.
Gotta look at the top players for the last game. We have Bio from Team Flash, 5 eliminations with the Max 7. With Cobra from Expand, 5 elimination also with the Max 7. And finally, you have Too Fast also from Expand with the Woodpecker getting 3 eliminations. And again, despite Expand not making it, I think this is one of the proudest crowning moments for Malaysian Free Fire as a whole.
That most definitely is the case for Malaysia. But, I think losing it with a bigger gap would have been slightly softer on the heart in comparison to losing it out with just 2 points, man. They now understand how Evo's Phoenix felt in the last grand finals at Sentosa. Of course, Axel, the assist king with a total of 4 on his side, but the glue wall master, Yan Bin, once again stacks it up with a couple of Legos right in front of his team members to make sure Flash doesn't really get drowned out all that too fast to keep a hold onto the extra $10,000 US.
And I think this really has been a great play-ins, right? Even though some of these teams have to be eliminated at the end, we've seen some high-quality Free Fire. We've seen Pakistan really showing up on the big stage. And sure, this is a team that had to go through trials and tribulations. No direct invites, only play-ins, had to win the local league to make it. They did leave a mark. And this mark is going to be etched in history for a long, long time.
And of course, these are the teams that do extend on into the grand finals to join the top 8 teams that have already booked their spot there. Magic Squad, Evo's Phoenix, Naguara, and RRQ Kazu. These were the 4 kings that everybody predicted will be able to make it through to the grand finals, and those predictions were sound. I just want to see what the Pixie Dust manages to get this squad tomorrow.
We predicted these 4 teams, but we didn't predict how close it was going to be. It could have been not one of these teams. But let's take a look at who they will be joining tomorrow in the finals, because this is going to be an absolute bloodbath. We have Vivo Key, first seed from Brazil, Vasto Mundo, first seed from EU, SES Alpine, first seed from Indonesia, Ignis Esports, first seed from LATAM, AB Radicals, first seed of NCPS, and of course Alpha, first seed of the MENA region.
And this is what you absolutely love, right? Nigma Galaxy, this is the team that is the first seed within Thailand. So if you were excited watching EVOS Phoenix get that tango dance within those 6 rounds, wait till you see what Nigma Galaxy can bring out there onto the battlefield tomorrow. We also have got HQ Esports and the 4 that just joined them in the fray. These are the 12 teams that will do battle tomorrow. And if you thought the play-ins was phenomenal, the grand finals will take it up a few notches higher. I'm not so sure if or not we're going to be able to find a close fight there.
Yeah, we're gonna have heck of a storyline tomorrow. We are talking about the Goliath from Brazil. We're talking about Vasto Mundo, who finished top 3 at Sentosa. We're talking about EVOS Phoenix coming back into the world stage for the 3rd time and has a chance to score the 2nd championship trophy.
You've got 2 TH squads in the grand final.
Oh yeah.
Everybody needs to be afraid. This is that home ground advantage that they don't even need. They don't even want. They threw it away. In fact, they wished everybody else, good luck, people. We don't need no luck.
And they did win the last World Series, and it wasn't on home ground.
Yeah, it most definitely wasn't on home ground. They got close to winning it even at Sentosa, only for AAA to kind of break their hearts. But that again is the Thai squad, right? So, I mean, Thailand has been dominating Free Fire for a long, long time now. And that's one of the biggest reasons as to why the other teams need to fear their presence in there tomorrow.
Yeah, and I think, when we look at the playing teams, they might not have a lot of time to prep for tomorrow. You can say that it's an advantage for the teams who are directly invited to the finals, but we kind of talked about this format before, where you don't really have much time to prepare. It is brutal, it is gruesome, and this is why Free Fire as a competition is such an interesting game to look at.
Yeah.
It tests who is the best at adapting.
Yeah, and sometimes you just might be able to get the advantage just like AAA. Remember, they played it through the play-ins. They were the champions of Sentosa. Could it be the exact same storyline for EVOS Phoenix tomorrow where they bag Nigma Galaxy? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we will most definitely have to wait and see. But for today, that's the end of the play-ins. We'll catch you guys same place, same time tomorrow for the grand finals.